Good morning. I just had to drop my dog off at the groomer and thought I'll hop into this Goodwill that's just down the street. So I'm going to take you with me. Let's see what we can find. Okay, first I step into the frames. This one I kind of liked. It had kind of the ceramic squares in the corner. I do put it back. That little cat head was kind of funny. You do find interesting things in Goodwill, that is for sure. And I'm looking at the baskets. I actually have a heart basket, just like that one that's on the top shelf. I got in a auction lot. I do consider this little pumpkin guy for quite a while, but I put him back. I kept thinking about him, considered picking him up. He did not make the cut. And these were neat with the carvings, but they're like CD holders or something. I love anything London. I really do, just personally. And these are those thick placemats, but at $4 a piece, yikes. I could not do it. If they were probably $1 or $2, I probably would have bought those, but $4 a piece is pretty high. I honestly wonder what they were originally. Look over at the metal section. As I've stated before, I'm not one of those people who really likes to dig. Like if I go to a yard sale and it's one where you have to dig through everything to find everything, I'm usually not one to do that. I think I'm sort of a sensory person, and you know, sometimes you can touch some pretty gross stuff, so I like it to be a little more neat. Even when I leave Goodwill, I'm kind of like, ugh, I usually go wash my hands before I leave the store. Everything just gets so dusty, dirty. Now these were neat, $1 a piece. I think there were just 2 of them. I'm kind of getting to the point, I think, where shipping glasses is not my favorite thing to do. Because sometimes trying to, oh, look, there was more of those. But trying to find the right box and everything else, it's got to really be worth it for me to want to deal with it. And I thought the design on those were neat. Since this video, and honestly, I don't know if in some of my other videos I'd considered it, I really want to start looking more at the plates in Goodwill for personal use, to use them as like little saucers for my planters and stuff like that, because I have some really old vintage ones that I've used and I really like the look of it. So that is going to be my new thing, looking for really large plates that can work for saucers. That would make a great candle. I always think, oh, I should make candles. And then I think, what are you doing? You've got enough going on. I really liked that Joy ceramic that did get left behind. Pretty sure I did not pick that up. Oh, because there were multiple. So yeah, I did not pick these up. I like the look of that coffee mug. I don't think for reselling, but just, I personally like it. Oh, that was a Mario coffee cup. I do end up looking that up, but unfortunately, it does stay behind. I even like that one hanging there. $7.99 for this, and this has a bunch of the like hotel soap bars and stuff. I went a little wild with the grab bags not too long ago, so I'm making myself hold off, but I do look at them all. I check them because if there's something that is like a bolo, then I will definitely pick it up, but none of these had any of that. Look at these shelves. I mean, they are just stacked. I mean, can you imagine? I just feel like pulling one thing off and it'll be like in those shows where everything falls off. So I am very careful. And I do look something up. I'm trying to think which. That may actually be on a different time that I went to. Oh, I looked this up. Just because I don't know if they still sell those or not in the store, but it didn't have any value. I can be honest with you and say that what I did pick up from this run to Goodwill did sit in the trunk of my car for a little bit. I kind of forgot about it. And then I had to get in there for something, and I'm like, what is this box? Because it got wrapped up and stuff, and I'm like, what is in here? And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I got it listed very quickly at that point. There's a Tupperware. It says raisins, though. And $4. Not in the, I mean, I guess not horrible shape, but you can see there's marks on the front there. So I did leave that behind. You know, I always wanted to find a Jellycat, but that probably will require some digging, which I'm notoriously bad at. So maybe one day. I did think that Squishmallow was cute, the orange one. I don't know what he was supposed to be. I just always take a quick look in case there's something that jumps out at me, or if I remember something like, oh, that might have value. Like this. I did pick this up. That's a Build-A-Bear outfit. For, I think, the Disney parks. Is that Toy Story? I don't know. But it did not have enough value for the cost of it. So I stay behind. I always look at games, not just for reselling. I have resold games before, but I also like to find really unique games to play at my house. I've actually found one from like the 90s. It's called True Colors. Oh my goodness, that game is a lot of fun. Some more grab bags. $7.99. I think that was some makeup. And that is more hotel soap and stuff like that. I still have quite a bit. Like, I have sold some of my other grab bags of the hotel soap and stuff like that. But because I had bought so many, I still have plenty. I don't need to add any more to that category. And this, it looks like, is that $4.99, a brass key hook. And that's kind of neat. I'm just now seeing that bud vase in the back with the pink drip. I probably should have looked at that. Clear glass can just be really hard to sell. Unless it's like cut crystal or something like that. I did recently, I don't think I took a video of it, but I went to a Goodwill and they had a bunch of really small clear glass vases. So this one is crystal there. $2.99. I probably should have picked it up. I didn't. But anyway, they were kind of like that size, a bunch of just clear glass vases and bottles and stuff like that. And they only had them for $1 a piece. So I actually picked up several of them because I'm like, how cute would that be? Especially in the summer. If you go to somebody's house, you could put some little wildflowers in them. Okay, so this bud vase here, the pottery one, I think it was $2.99. I will also say I do spend enough today to get the 10% off. My Goodwill, if you spend 20 and you're a rewards person, then you can get 10% off. So there's a lot of this kind of green pink pottery that they had on the shelves here. And that's why I was thinking, oh, that probably was kind of the same, could have been the same maker. There were two different artists that did it. So I do pick up the bud vase. The cup that I had sitting there, I think I end up putting that one back. I liked him, but I just don't think he has enough value. I also liked that as well. That is a clear glass juicer. I keep thinking I'm going to get one of those. And then I always put them back. Oh, it looks like that one's broken. That's why. That makes sense then. Okay, I picked this guy up quickly. I did. I should have paid more attention. He has a lot of marks and stuff, scratches, and then of course Goodwill used a marker to put a mark on it, and I could not get that all the way off. Okay, the owl thing I just showed you, I buy that, but I buy that for me. I actually have it sitting on a shelf with some other plants and stuff. I love the owls. Okay, so here is what I do end up getting. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, have a great day.